All right, we might be live. Welcome. This is my father. Of how many years? How many years have you been my dad?
33.
33. Am I 33?
Yeah. Really?
Are you sure? 92 to, well, 30, almost 33.
Yeah, almost 33.
So we're almost there. So we're here. We're in the live stream. I think we got 8 people here. So welcome everybody to live stream. Somebody said, "Hey, Dad."
Hello.
That's nice.
That's nice. Yeah.
So obviously we're here, kind of doing last minute live stream, or we pretty much just like to close out the giveaway. Normally with like a couple hour live stream, we place carts loaded. We give everybody big discounts on stuff. Sometimes we do promo codes, other things like that. We talk about some stuff going on with the channel, some things in the future, and then I guess my dad, he's here. Jamie's inside with the kids, and then they're gonna swap here in a little bit. Jamie will come and hang out with us, and he'll go watch the kids. Jamie said there's 40 people. See, she's inside. She's watching this stuff. So, yeah, we're here. Can you guys hear the music? Is everything good? Because I remember last time we went live to call the winner, I was like talking to myself for 10 minutes, and you guys were all waiting there in the chat, wondering what was going on. Tristan, how you doing? And that's it. So we're here. Y'all have any questions, recommendations? I know I posted some stuff on my Instagram story about the YouTube. We talk about the YouTube. We could talk about Jamie's coming out here. Jamie, when you coming? Oh, Jamie, when you come out, could you bring some popcorn? Jamie makes some really good, some homemade popcorn. Because I guess, if you guys start looking at ingredients of stuff, and then you go down the popcorn rabbit hole, as soon as you go down the rabbit hole, then you're like, okay, what are we gonna do? But we've been making some homemade popcorn, which is basically just butter in a pan with a lid, and you just put popcorn seeds in it, and freaking bam, popcorn. And it's really good, especially with a ton of butter and salt. It's really good. We got Wesley Malmberg. He's actually the winner of the last giveaway, which was the BMW 340i, which was really sick car. Kind of like, let's call it the modern version of a Supra to a certain extent, other than it's 4-door sedan. Yeah, somebody called me Big Baller Trevor. Why? Homemade popcorn?
Homemade popcorn.
You
High roller.
High roller.
Yep.
My dad's not used to being on the live stream. So, are you going to PFI Speed Fest this weekend? What do you think? Should I go?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go?
Maybe.
If I invite you, huh?
Yeah.
So Wesley, it wasn't during the live stream, he bought, I think it was like the first week of the giveaway for the BMW, and he bought the Everyday T-Bundle, which was just 3 black t-shirts, I think like a lanyard and some bonus entries, and he was also a VIP, so he got his entries doubled, and then he literally flew out here and drove home the BMW 340i, and that thing is freaking sick. And Jarek says S58 is still king. I mean, S58, B58, those things are sick. I mean, you can't deny that like a newer BMW or a newer Supra is like technically a better car than this. But this thing was built in 1989. And the chassis is sick. The JZ is absolutely sick. The noises that it makes, it's just completely different. Jamie, did you bring some popcorn?
No, I didn't. They ate it all.
Oh, geez. You want to go make some more?
We're out of butter.
Really?
Yeah.
Also,
right, I guess
are you leaving?
I'm leaving. I'm out.
Why?
Jamie's here.
Yeah.
But I thought the kids will be all right for a minute.
Oh, no, they won't.
We were going to ask you some questions.
Really?
They wanted to ask you some questions. You guys have any questions for my dad before he leaves? Because he's getting ready to leave.
How big is the lag, you think?
I don't know. I don't think it's too bad. What do you think?
What?
Questions? Put you in the hot seat?
Me in the hot seat?
Yeah.
The kids are gonna wonder where.
Well, tell them to watch the live stream.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them to watch the live stream. Any questions? They do have questions.
Bring the kids.
Bring the kids. Oh, the kids will be will be wild out here. What was it like raising Trev?
Oh no.
Huh?
It was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
Was I?
Yeah.
What
you
did
were.
What I don't remember.
You
What
probably
was
took
I doing?
apart everything.
Yeah. You were big into the RC, the nitro RC cars for a while. Scooters, dirt bikes, bicycles.
All of it.
Working on cars at an early age.
Taking apart stuff.
Taking apart stuff.
I remember we had like RC car. I think it was like a little monster truck, and I remember I just took it apart, and then I had like the electric motor in my hand, and I would just like using the controller, and like I didn't know what to do with it. I took it apart. I don't know if we ever put it back together.
I don't know, but a lot of remote control stuff.
Yeah. Oh, what's your favorite car?
Your Supra.
Okay. What about your dream car? How about that?
I don't know. There's so many of them out there.
Yeah. You might need to talk louder. Can you hear him? He doesn't yell. There's so many of you out there.
Trevor probably not
I feel like he
yelled at.
doesn't. My dad's not on the internet, so he doesn't have Facebook. He doesn't have any of the other stuff. Like I send him marketplace listings, or he sends me ones because sometimes you get on marketplace and look at stuff. He's like, "Hey, message this guy for me," you know. And then I get their phone number and say, "Hey, my dad wants to, you know, he doesn't have a Facebook. He'll give you a call." What's the fastest car you've had?
Really none.
Like, I guess that's the difference between, I guess, me and my dad is you never
He's
really did
cruising
like.
on the bike.
Yeah, I mean, probably your motorcycle is the fastest thing, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, you were never like race car go fast. You had like lifted trucks, diesel trucks, and stuff like that. You never had like a Mustang or a Camaro or
No.
anything like that. It was always like I was the one who wanted to just go fast. So I feel like sometimes I tell my dad like the stuff I'm doing, and he's like, "What?" You know?
Fast on motorcycles. I mean,
Yeah.
the GSXR I had. Got in a lot of trouble on it.
Oh, the 340 had to get new axles. So since YouTube did put ads on the live stream, YouTube asks me if I want to put ads in it, and I say tone them down, but it still puts them in there. I just got an 07 F350 6.0. It has an S360 non-VGT. She's really rowdy. You deserve 1 million subs already. Well, Austin, I appreciate that. Did Trevor have a hard time keeping the flashlight still when he helped you work on cars?
No.
Did I ever hold the flashlight for you?
Yeah,
I did?
you did. Yeah,
Was I good at it?
you were. Yeah.
I didn't get distracted?
No.
I remember like at the old house that I used to take apart, like I took the chain off my bike. You know, I'd like try to change the tires or do whatever. Like he was in the garage work, like changing the oil, doing something like that, and I'm like out in the driveway, like, or the little side thing next to the garage, like messing with my bicycle. And then I remember I had like a little motocross track I'd make with like the little dirt bikes and stuff. I'd make it like out of dirt. But I don't know.
Good stuff.
I was a kid. But could he pull sweet wheelies? Did you do wheelies?
You
On
could.
the bike?
On the motorcycle.
Yeah.
You could.
Did you ever ride wheelies?
No, I never could ride wheelies.
So.
Just for a few seconds. That was about it.
Yeah, when I was growing up, he used to do like a lot of enduro, like trail like race deal things like that, and so we were always like around dirt bikes and stuff. So, well, can he rip a two-step in the Supra? Maybe. What did your dad put his 2JZ GTE in? My dad doesn't have a 2J. My uncle has a 2J that I sold him a long time ago. I'm surprised you remember that. That was a long freaking time ago. I sold my uncle a 2J. Where do we get the bonus entries code? You usually get it when you sign up for the text list. I don't know if it auto sends it out. It might not send it out. I don't know. Could he pull anything? Who was the more problem child? Ronnie or me?
Depended on the day.
I think it was us together.
Yeah.
We just wanted to fight.
Fight each other.
Yeah.
I felt like that was it. It was just fighting.
Yeah.
like growing up, it was just like, I felt like we seen each other and that was it.
Yeah.
It's like, we're boxing now. We'd like to see your dad driving the Mark IV. That would actually be a good video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what it's like. Because you've never really driven any of my fast stuff, right? I think you drove the GTR.
Yeah.
So he drove the R35.
Yeah.
And I think the R8. Did you drive the R8 or did you ride in the R8?
I rode the R8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how are them kids doing?
I don't know. I can't see them.
Oh,
It's offline.
yeah.
I should probably head in there.
Yeah. All right.
But
All right.
Well, if you guys want to see my dad in a video or you guys have any other questions, let me know and we'll try to answer them. But I'd like to bring him on the channel. He helped me a lot when we did the red F250, the engine swap in that, and then when we did the timing chains in Jamie's BMW, and the X5, the diesel X5 a while back. But yeah, it's that's it.
Yeah. That's it.
All right. Well,
All right.
let me know how them kids are doing.
We'll do it. All right.
All right, so somebody
See you guys.
asked, does the winner have to drive the car home? So we have options. So with this one, since we're not including any cash with the car, it's basically shipped to your door, or we'll pay to fly you out here and drive it home. So kind of depending on what you'd like. You know, usually flights and stuff, like if we pay to ship it, or we pay to ship it. If you guys wanted to fly in and come hang out at the shop for the day and check it out and drive it and do all that other stuff, that's completely cool too. So yeah. Dear Jamie, please allow Trevor to pull a couple of all-nighters so we can get the Datsun done. Do you think that's a...
I don't think it's up to me.
It's more
up to
so up to
you.
me. Look at the Datsun, it's just sitting there.
Poor thing.
Poor old thing. That thing took up my dad's garage. Like if there was a conversation to be had about me and my dad, it would probably be the one about me.
How much of your stuff?
Well, how I took over the garage.
Yeah.
Like the garage, we had when we moved out, my parents, they bought a bigger house and had a 3-car attached garage. I think it was like 32 by 36 was the garage. So decent size attached garage. And like my dad had a bay, my brother had a bay, and I had like a bay plus some extra, like scattered. And like the outside of our house used to look like a used car lot when we were in high school, because it was literally like, I was over there, Sean was over there, like all of our friends, like, and we would just like work on cars till the middle of the night. Like it was a good time. We got a lot of stuff done.
That's interesting.
Well, that's where I built.
It's really, you know what's interesting about that?
You didn't know that?
No, is that like one time I had a table in the garage, like a little table,
Yeah,
like a little coffee table, and Trevor has the shop, he has this shop that we're in, and then he has the garage also, but he like was wondering when I was gonna move the table, but it wasn't even, it was just a coffee table.
Yeah, because it was in the garage.
Yeah, but I'm allowed to have something in the garage.
I mean,
because you have a whole a whole shop.
So Jamie
a whole shop at home and a whole garage, and I had one thing in the garage.
Yeah, but
and you were wondering when it was gonna leave.
Well, it was in the way.
Not really. What about all your stuff in my way? What if I want to have projects in the garage?
Well, you have the house, you have the backyard, you have the front yard, you got the shed,
Alright.
you got all the other stuff. But like, and Jamie has, okay, so we have a 3-car attached garage here. So you have the big side with the 2 doors, and then you have the little side, okay? So I get the little side of the garage. It's double deep, so, and we have like a workbench and like a little workout station over there. But Jamie gets the big side, but she parks in the middle because, kids and doors and, like a 2-car garage door, like you can't really park 2 cars there without like, too much interference. And so she has that, parks in the middle. We got shelves on the side, but then like on kind of my side of the thing,
Your side?
My side of the garage.
Why do you need a side of the garage when you have like so much more space though, is what I'm saying.
But it was a coffee table, and I was like, well, if you want to get it done, let's get her done and put it in the house where it belongs. It like sat in the garage for a couple months.
Yeah, because I have little kids that it's hard to finish a project. I had a table that sat in the garage for a little while, and you have all this sitting around for a little while, and you're gonna talk to me about a table. Okay. I don't know.
Hey,
should we get into it right now? Or?
Mac motivates. He's about to get entered.
Wow.
He's about to get entered. I would
Nice.
definitely recommend it. So we also had, hold on. I'm thinking Evo winner. What was the name?
Lau?
Lau, New Jersey. He got entered on the last night with when we did Carts Loaded, and I think he bought a couple things during the giveaway, and then he got some digital downloads during our Carts Loaded. So he got like a good discount on his entries with the bonus entries, and then he ended up winning the Evo, which is crazy. And it went to New Jersey. So that was pretty cool.
I didn't do Carts Loaded codes.
No cards. Should we? I think we need to tighten this up a little bit. Do you guys have any questions about the car? Oh my goodness, we good. You guys have any questions? Do you want to talk about it? You want to look at it? Do you want Jamie to fire it up and two-step it?
Oh, no.
No, actually, I don't have the two-step set up on. You would think that would be the first thing I would do is set up the two-step, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't done it. It doesn't really take. Look at that. We zoomed in.
Oh no.
Y'all can see me now.
That's not good. I didn't even look to see what I looked like before I came out here.
You know what we really needed was some.
I was mowing the lawn.
Jamie mowed the lawn today.
I was making dinner. And then I came out here and didn't look in the mirror.
Where's the Supra? The Supra is right there.
Which one?
So my Supra, I can't point to it right now, but
way.
it's over here. That red wing right there, that's my Supra. And then we got the four-wheelers. We got the Evo wagon, the Datsun 510, and then the Mark III is just chilling. Is it flex fuel? Yeah. So we have a flex fuel sensor in it, and we have a BTI can gauge in there as well. So it shows you coolant temp, air fuel ratio, boost, pretty much anything that the ECU can read. We don't have like all of the sensors on there, but the Wiring Specialties harness is pinned for and already has everything to where all you need to do is plug in a fuel pressure sensor, an oil pressure sensor. You can do an oil temp sensor. What other sensors can you do? You could do an EGT. There's a lot of things that you could actually like plug in and get like working on the car, but it does have a flex fuel sensor, so it shows you right on the gauge like 66% ethanol, and we have everything blended with the 91 octane and the it's basically like E66 in there, and then so you set it to where the tables blend. So this is kind of the first time I've actually done like a true flex fuel tune. So we fully tuned it on E85, and in ECU Master you have table 1 and table 2. So you have your fuel map, table 1, you have your target lambda, table 1 and table 2, you have your ignition timing, table 1, table 2, you have your startup enrichment, coolant temp enrichment, after start enrichment, acceleration enrichment, all of these enrichments, with ethanol versus pump gas. And then I copied everything from table 1 when we tuned it, moved that over to table 2, went ahead and tuned table 1 now for the E85, and then you basically click a button, hit the flex, make sure everything is blending correctly, and you're pretty good to go. Right?
Sure.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, that sounded like a foreign language.
Well, it is. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, but like I can't tell you how nice it's been having the dyno at the shop, and like I've always messed with like tuning stuff, and I love like working with like Brent from PFI and Steve from Divulge and like those things, because you take it to a professional, they put it on the dyno in their controlled environment, and they get to adjust it, and I've always like tuning in like turbo Hondas and like driving the car and watching the air fuel gauge, and then going over to the laptop and pulling over on the side of the road and changing a couple things and then doing another little thing. It just takes so much time. You have so much risk on the street, especially with a fast car, and it's just really hard to dial stuff in, because I could literally sit there and be doing a pull, laptop like this, watching everything, like throttle in, adjusting everything, okay, kind of play with a couple things, go up a little bit more, adjust, and it's just I've been learning a lot with it. Obviously, like I'm not a freaking tuner, but I guess I've been messing with the JZs long enough with like everything that I've learned from the other stuff that I could dial in a JZ and like the K series and some of the Hondas on Hondata. So I'm definitely learning. I'm really enjoying it, and it's a lot of fun. I sold the FD Arc 7. What's the next project? We got a lot. Jamie's car? What do you want to do with that thing?
I don't know.
Are you excited? Are you as excited about it?
I don't know. I feel like you're excited because it's just a front, like, oh, this is Jamie's car, but it's like.
Why is it a front? It's your car. Jamie got a sports car, 2-seater.
As long as you make it
2-seat.
cute.
Yeah, it'll be cute and aggressive.
It's gonna be cute.
Yeah, it'll be really cute. What do you want to do? Do you want to wrap it pink or?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
We were already talking about colors with the girls.
First time entering SoCal roads are
Oh,
ready.
we sent balloons. How did we do that? I forgot. Why did you do this? What was the motion you did to give the balloons?
I don't know what I
know.
did, but the balloons are definitely a thing.
Thumbs up is a thing too.
What else? Somebody wants me to fire it up, have Jamie rev it up. I'd like to see the interior. We're still putting a couple things together in the interior, you know, and we're working on getting the.
It didn't see my thumbs up.
Oh, there it is.
Did it
There
give
was
me
one.
Oh,
It's really
nice.
delayed. There's like a minute long delay between us and that. I think if you want, we could open this thing.
Oh no, we don't need that. It's alright.
Well, that's the live version of it right there, which is fine.
Sure.
What else do we got? What year's the car? The car is a 1989. So the Mark IIIs, believe they came out in 86, and they went to 92, and they switched. They did like the facelift and some of the couple other little things. So they changed the front bumper in 89. So this is the first year, and they changed the tail lights. And so there's a couple more variations in them, but the 89 and up is the most desirable one. And the cool thing about this car is it's actually a hardtop car, because a lot of them were T-tops, or I think some of them had sunroofs too. I'm not really super familiar with the Mark IIIs as much as I am the Mark IVs, but the T-top cars or the Targa cars are really known for, like, you know, twisting the chassis and doing some other stuff, especially when you start to make power. And I've never actually driven a Targa top Supra or like anything really, so can't really say that I experienced that, but my Supra, my Mark IV is a hardtop, and this one's a hardtop. So it's pretty cool. Fired up. We will fire it up. Tell her to do a flyby on the stream.
What does that mean?
I want you to go get in the car.
Oh. See if you can hear it from inside.
See if you can go do a hey, Gale Force Raceway, how you doing? Car is a beauty. What computer is in it? So it's an ECU Master EMU Black. Will the winner be notified by you or the sweepstakes company? So normally what we do, it really depends on it. So sometimes we have a live app that we could go into that the sweepstakes company has. And so we could go in there, and once all the entries and everything are calculated, because we take the entries from Motion Auto Performance, we bring them over to the same app, and then we also have our VIPs where their email address, any order that they've ordered throughout the giveaway, they get their automatic entries when they get billed, but then all of their entries throughout the giveaway get doubled at the end. So being a VIP is the way, and there's an app that we could go in. We could click the button and it'll pick a winner, or sometimes we'll just have the sweepstakes attorneys pick it. They'll send us 3 names, 1, 2, and 3, basically like the first one, and then 2 alternates just in case like you can't get a hold of the first person. And then we do a live stream pretty much exactly like this. We send out a text message to people who are on our text list, which it seems like most people that are ordering are. We send out a text message like 10 minutes before we're gonna go live, and then we say, hey, come over here to the live stream exactly like this. We pick up the phone and we give the winner a call. And that's it. Again, if Trevor spent 3 months flipping all of his projects without buying more, he might not need to worry about YouTube revenue until December. That's the truth, probably. I mean, I have enough projects to last me couple years, probably. I could just stop. But it's tough because projects are cool. Well, and you know, it's like the squeaky wheel gets the grease, but like the new project gets the attention. You know, I think the thing that's bad is like I bought this Supra, I think it was almost a year ago, and I think like when I first got it, I like wanted to pull it in the shop and like start ripping into it and like get it running and, you know, do the thing. Well, then I pushed it outside and I bought another project, you know, so it was like one of those things. And I feel like we haven't done a whole lot with like builds on the channel, and so I think you guys, you know, or the audience has been really refreshed as far as the Jamie's making some carts loaded, so she's not ignoring you guys. She's working right now. Where was it going with that? Oh, you guys are stoked to see me build a car again, and I am too.
Oh, what's you? Must be all that grass.
Yeah.
From me mowing the grass.
Could
I mowed
be.
the grass. Very domesticated, isn't that?
Yeah. Stream health. It shows the stream is healthy. That is good. That is really good. We're outputting at 3,900 kilobytes, kbps, kilobytes per second.
Okay.
Can you guys hear the music? Is that okay? Let's see. What's the next project? Any plans to do a proper 7M? Honestly, like, now that I've experienced the Mark III as like the chassis, like, it's really solid. It's really well built. It weighs a little bit, like it definitely weighs more. I think they're close to 4,000 pounds or 3,800 pounds or something like that. But when you drive it down the road, it feels like a hot rod Japanese car. Like it feels like, you know, Japanese like sports car. I mean, because it is, like that's what it is. But it's just, I feel like this car to me is almost what like a 69 Camaro would be to like my dad, you know. It's kind of like that retro, kind of what you know, like little bit before his time or kind of was around when he was born sort of deal. And, you know, this thing they were still in production when I was born. These things were rolling off the showroom floor when little Trev was just rolling out of the womb. You know? Shout out to my mom for having me. Right?
Cool.
Shout out mom and shout out dad.
Nice.
And shout out to Jamie
Yep.
for shipping all y'all's orders and managing the inbox, and she's been doing emails. If you guys have seen an improvement in the emails or some of the texts or even just a lot of the posts that are going out on Facebook, it's Jamie right there. The web. Oh yeah. Can't forget about the website. She spent like a whole month during the last giveaway, the BMW, like revamping it, like just changing everything. So if you guys like it, it's because of her. If you don't like it, it's because of her still. So some feedback, right? What else? First time entering SoCal roads. Ready. Hopefully this beauty can stay in Colorado. That'd be cool. We've had 3 winners in Colorado, which is pretty good.
I forgot my yellow lights.
Oh yeah, your yellow glasses. Will it pass Cali smog? It depends on who you know. Taillights are way better. Yeah, the taillights are Targas. He says taillights are way better, but then he says Targas underneath that. He probably meant Targas are way better. I guess it depends on who you are. If you want to pop off the top and go cruising the mountains, I mean, I can't say that doesn't sound cool. Turbo noises in a Targa car would probably be really cool.
What is Targa where it's
like the middle is just missing. Like if you took this whole piece above you and just, it's like a convertible, but it's like a hard top and you just snap it out. Some of them have a T-top where there's like a bar in the middle, so you still have a little bit of that rigidity, but I guess when you, like a Targa car is like driving a banana.
Cool.
You like that?
Yeah.
What do you got to say? Jamie's getting tired.
I'm tired.
We gotta get her amped up. We need to go make a coffee.
I woke up.
My
Really?
Mark III. Is it yes, it is non-VVTi. If you guys have seen the Facebook ad that we've been running the past day, there's been a lot of comments on there. They're mad at me.
Well, Facebook, there's not as many comments. It's interesting the different people on each one.
Is it Instagram?
So Instagram is where people are mad. The same ad on Facebook, nobody's mad.
That makes sense. So I filmed an ad 2 days ago. You know, filming ads, you kind of have this like word salad that just kind of comes out. And I said, this 1JZ VVTi, and I meant to say 1JZ non-VVTi. I should have just said 1JZ GTE, but instead I didn't.
But it was a good ad, and you just have to keep going with it, and then.
I didn't even realize it until we were
Until
editing.
you like, yeah.
We were
Until
editing
it's already
it.
out there.
And I was like, okay, well, we don't have another one that's this good. Because, you know, you film like 10 ads and you get one good one, you know? So you're like, that was the good one, so that's what we used. Does anyone else see Michelle Obama referring to herself as a man on an earlier podcast? I haven't seen that. Live marked for burnout. So we've tried to do burnouts in the shop in here.
It's not a great idea.
Well, it doesn't work because the concrete is so
Smooth?
like smooth for the front tires, but grippy for the rear tires.
Yeah, and also we ship out of here, and it would just ruin the day for the next person.
Have we haven't done a successful burnout in here. I don't think so. I think we fired up the Datsun one day and we tried to do that. We did start the Datsun. The Datsun hasn't been started in like a year.
Wow.
What the heck? I've been following since the V6 Mustang. That is a freaking long time ago. The V6, I don't know if it was the V6 Mustang or he's talking about the EcoBoost Mustang. A long time ago, I have a video on the YouTube of doing a burnout in a V6 Mustang. That was like one of the very first videos I think on Motion Auto, like way back in the day. Isn't the rainy day a target? Yes, the rainy day is a target, but I haven't driven it. So I guess I have driven it around in the parking lot, but I haven't driven it with, you know, the target down and it like making power. 89 in Japan got a 1JZ, and 91 to 92 had a sunroof. The Mark III that I really think is cool, and if anybody watching this video right now knows of like an all white, like 91, 92, like factory turbo car, I would love to mess with one, and I think it would be really cool to build the 7M in it, or maybe not even build it, just like leave it with the 7M and just drive it, you know, and like try to make it cool. I think that would be a really cool thing, because people make like 1,000 horsepower, 1,600 horsepower on like 7Ms. Obviously not stock, but you know, like if you had a 500 horsepower 7M, you'd be a ripper, right?
Cool. Yeah.
You like that? What's a 7M, Jamie?
I don't know.
We were thinking about doing a video where I show Jamie car parts and see what she thinks they are.
I'd probably get most of them wrong.
But she knows what a turbo is.
I know that's probably about it.
What about an alternator?
Don't know what that looks like. I don't think.
What about a starter?
I don't know.
I'm gonna get you a starter for your birthday.
Okay.
All right?
That would really make me a little bit sad.
Why?
I don't know.
What if you needed a starter?
For what? For what?
Just maybe start something.
Okay.
Have non-member won before? Yeah, I would say about 50% of the winners are non-VIP versus VIP, which is pretty crazy because like we've done 22. This is a 22nd giveaway, so you know about 10 of them have been VIPs. I can see the thumbnail now. Finishing all my projects, and there's 30 cars behind you. There might be 50.
There's probably more.
There might be 50. But those aren't all projects. A lot of them are like parts trucks and part out things and some other stuff. But there's a few. When does it end? It ends at midnight tonight Mountain Standard Time. So how long do we have? If you go to the website, oh, we need to change that countdown timer. Look at it. That looks lame. You see how lame it is?
You can't really do a whole lot with the countdown timer.
Well, I could change the text.
Yeah, that's about it. There's not really any other variations of countdown timers on that app. I've tried. You can change the color and the text, and that's it. Or like how it looks when it counts down.
Somebody says, "Bless you." Thank you. I can see.
You got 2 blessies.
Oh yeah, look at that. Do I still have time to buy? Yeah, so we have about 2 hours left. My dream car was that, I think RSP Mark IV you did. I entered on that one too, but no dice. Great job on all though. I appreciate it. Rather, I have a lot of auto body experience. Let me do all of the cutting and polishing on the cars you paint in trade of that silver 98 Eclipse you have. If somebody's local and they want to come and help out at the shop and do some cutting, some buffing, some polishing, some paint, some body work, and they're like a skilled craftsman, I would love that. I'd pay you for your time. We'd figure out, you know, a reasonable wage, but like we're always looking for help with the shop, and I think like sometimes it'd be nice to have like some temporary help where somebody comes in for like a weekend and like just helps you freaking hammer out a project, and then they go home and you don't have somebody on the payroll for full time again, you know. But sometimes that would be really nice. I can't wait to bring this back to Tennessee and drive it on the tail of the this thing would be sweet on the tail. The noises that this car makes, I drove it home today, obviously, because it was here. Drove nice, drove freaking beautiful. I brought the laptop. We did a little bit of like road tuning, just like air fuel. I was trying to give it like a nice, you know, an MPG tune. Because on the dyno, it doesn't like actual load. You know, you get up to 70 miles an hour and you're cruising on the dyno. It's a little bit different than like rolling hills, cruising at 60 and then cruising at 70 and then cruising at 80 and then going to, you know, fourth gear and revving it out a little bit. So we kind of adjusted some of the fueling stuff on the way home, and I got that really dialed in. So building a 7M is like building a D series for Honda, just way better options. Honda just has way better options. What happened to M606? Started working on my W124 today after 4 years. Do you know what a W124 is? Mercedes wagon. Do you want to see me build the Mercedes wagon? Would you like?
There's probably a few other things that you should finish.
Jamie, what would you like to see me finish first? Jamie wants me to finish. She's been telling me. She's been telling me for a while. So, does the car have it? The car does not have AC. So the OM606, I have the engine, I have the transmission, I have the Mercedes wagon. When we moved out to the shop, we were really busy, and we left the Mercedes wagon outside. Obviously, we're kind of in the middle of nowhere, and the mice got into the Mercedes, and the whole inside of it just smells absolutely terrible, and the mice got in there. It's gross. It's really gross, and I don't like it, and I'm ashamed of it, and I don't know what to do about it now, because it was a really clean like car that was like, it was used, has like 300 and some thousand miles, but it was like drivable. Like the guy was literally daily driving the car. I bought it, and then it just sat, and then now it smells like poo, big time. Kind of sad. I guarantee
There's a serious mice problem out there.
I guarantee if I went to the shop right now, put a battery or jump box on that thing, fired it up, drive it across country.
Okay.
Right?
See ya.
Uh,
See you later.
See you later.
Okay.
Great job, Jamie. What else? Does the car, no, Facebook ad? I thought you said no Facebook ads. I said we weren't going to run Facebook ads for the first like 2 weeks of the giveaway. So that's what we did. And even then I haven't ran like normally like on the last.
Normally we're doing it the whole entire time.
Yeah, like it's, you know, it's like launch day and it's just like Facebook. And so I've felt like with doing the Facebook ads, we end up like spending a lot of money and like spending away a lot of like the profit margins like on the merch and everything in order to like acquire customers in the middle of the giveaway that like you would convert on the last day of the giveaway anyhow. You know, it's like everybody's kind of like waiting for the last day or the different promotions and stuff like that. And I felt like we just were wasting a lot of money with that. And again, like we're not making money because we're, you know, we have customers, but you know, the cost to acquire a customer, to cost the other stuff, there's a lot of stuff that goes into that. But then you guys are losing out on your odds. As you know, the more customers we get, the less odds you have, because you know there's just more entrants total. And so, you know, even when you look at like companies that are giving away like Lamborghinis with like $130,000 cash, well, like my break even on this is way lower than it is on a freaking Lamborghini with $100,000 cash. Like, so, and especially like the way that I do the giveaways where I get the cars, I get a good deal on them, and then like we build them, we do a restoration, we make videos about them. My cost is way lower than a lot of other people that don't have the resources that we have, which is like the shop and, you know, the paint booth and the dyno and the lifts, and, you know, like it's a cool situation, you know. I mean, the only thing I wish I had now is more time. Right? We need to take a vacation is what we need to do after this. First video on this giveaway, you said you were keeping this to YouTube and not Facebook. I remember the old days of burnouts inside the old shop. Yeah, the old shop we did some good burnouts in there.
Yeah, you also did one in the garage at our old house and made the whole entire house stink.
Yeah, the whole house. I did a really good burnout in front of the old house, and it was good. I did a 4th gear Supra burnout, like rev limiter, because that was LZ did the stay-at-home burnout challenge, like right when COVID happened, which was just a wild concept. But like we did this burnout, and I literally Supra 4th gear in the driveway, rev limiter. Yeah. You couldn't see the neighbor's house, and then
You probably like that a lot.
I apologized after it, but told my son to enter because you weren't mass advertising on Facebook. Yeah, so to clarify, I did say that we weren't going to run a lot of Facebook ads, and for the first 2 weeks, which was our highest multiplier, which is text message, email, organic, everybody on Facebook. That's where we kept that, away from everybody. So I guess away from Facebook. So. I subbed it when you did an overnight 1JZ swap on your S14. That was good times. 1JZ, S14. I went from an LS to a 1J in I think it was a day and a half or something like that. And then went to a drift event in my S14.
Yeah.
Cool.
Doesn't surprise me one bit.
That sounds nice, huh? I'm from the OG Evo in the trailer days. Those were good days. That was cool. That was like YouTube before YouTube. Like people weren't I bought an abandoned Evo sort of thing. Like that was prime content. I feel like I'm a forefather of automotive YouTube.
Yeah.
I was. A founding father of automotive YouTube. I was one of, let's call it.
Yeah.
Do you still have the 510 channel? I do, yeah. It's just chilling. I remember pre-Jamie. I remember pre-Jamie too. Those were sad days.
Oh yeah.
Just so sad.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just would stay at the shop. I think when I painted my S14, I was awake for 36 hours or something like that. Maybe
That's so bad for you.
It wasn't good, but I got it painted and we made it to the event. We got to the drift event and we pulled it out and you could just smell the paint.
A little bit tacky.
I think, yeah, it got a little dust bunnies on there. 7M build would be a massive waste. Whew. We would find out. I guess that would be the point of it. Why did you decide to do a fast? You mentioned a few videos back. So I was watching, I've known about fasting for a little while. And in cases, I find it interesting in let's call it extreme health cases where, you go to a doctor, you go wherever, and they don't know what else to give you. They prescribe a fast. Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, there's a lot of health benefits, a lot of cell regeneration. What is the
autophagy?
Autophagy. Autophagy, I think is how it's it's basically the process where your cell goes into regeneration and
it turns over bad cells kind of.
Yeah, so if you're just walking around drinking sodas and sugar and cakes and bread and just everything and you never stop, you never stop, how is your body ever going to consume and renew itself or heal itself? I guess the stomach is meant to heal you, not just process
your gut is connected
whatever you're putting in there, and that's so. Honestly, I would recommend anybody who's watching this live stream now or later look into fasting. Not necessarily doing a 7-day fast, but a 36-hour fast is really, really beneficial. 48-hour fast, and just not jumping into them. And I have done 36-hour fasts before. I think I've done 2 before I did the attempted, and I made it. Was it 88 hours?
Yeah.
Which was 3.5 days. and at that point I was just non-productive because we literally just
He's
launched.
getting mad at me.
We just like launched the giveaway, and well, I was mad. I think I was mad at her because she was right. She was just like,
oh, wow.
well, you were like, well, if you're trying to do this, like this doesn't really make sense because you're like losing all of the progress that you're trying to do with the giveaway and all the projects going on at the shop, and like I was doing it from like a health reason, but it wasn't necessarily like a need, like an immediate need of like I need to do this right now. So I was like, okay, we'll plan it in the future. So
yeah, the timing wasn't right.
yeah. Where did it go? All right.
I'm about ready for bed.
Oh. I loved Godzilla's roar for a Nissan Skyline. Look that up. Just do it VIP for the win. Steve Witt. Okay. Where are we at?
I don't know.
Do you have any BMW merchandise left? Wesley wants.
Oh. I don't know.
So previous winner
We
wants
might have-
a BMW shirt probably.
We had some inventory issues with that. We might, but
If we do, text
some
me
stickers.
and we'll see what we got.
Maybe.
We'll figure out something for you.
Hard maybe.
Listen to Jamie. I don't know what I'm talking about. Can you still make good power without cams in the 1JZ? I'm literally doing an almost identical build in my Mark III, and I'm trying to avoid taking the head off. So you don't have to take off cams to do. You don't have to take off the cylinder head to do cams. You could do like some drop-in cams, like some 272s, and you don't have to pull it off. And you can do it in there and do valve springs and all that stuff at the same time. Getting Shifty says, yo, if you ever need a fellow gearhead to turn a wrench with, save my contact info, and I ain't no camera people.
YouTube is like 5 minutes behind. Maybe you're just...
Show...
Sorry, I interrupted.
But I ain't no camera. Show camera or no camera, don't matter to me. I just like wrenching. No, shoot me a message. Love you guys.
Maybe you're just 5 minutes behind on the comments.
Hold on. I think if we go... I am pretty far behind on the comments. Well, I'm trying to get to them.
Yeah.
We're just getting to the comments. Love the Mark III. Can't wait for it to be in my driveway. Ooh, we got a sir. If I win the car, I live in New York. Can you remote tune it for my altitude? I'm sure I could just turn on the fuel correction a little bit, give it a little 10%, and everything should be pretty good. What else do we got? What you have an OM606? Do those engines kick ass? Or like the 2JZ of the diesel world? I looked stuff up about those years ago. Yeah, OM606 is pretty cool. YouTube is 5 minutes behind. When you call me and tell me that I won, if I'm asleep, you won't give it to someone else.
The last one I wasn't asleep. Wasn't he?
Wesley?
Yeah,
he took a nap.
He was taking a nap when we called him.
Yeah, and he didn't answer, and then I called him back, and then he called me back like a little bit. We posted the video in the VIP. The white K20 hatch was a fun car. Yeah, that was a really fun car. Boost is better than fasting. Well, what about fasting with boost? That's Philip Rogers. He won the R32 GTR. It's pretty cool to see like all of the winners like in the chat right here. You know, like I pretty much remember everybody's name. It would take me a minute sometimes on like the ones from 2017, 2018, but like I feel like I know them all, like, you know. Let's see. What happened to the Evo swapped Eclipse? So I still have it. I haven't done anything with it. I considered parting it out.
Oh, really?
I can.
Is that so? You still have it? You didn't do anything with it yet?
What are you trying to say?
I'm seeing a pattern.
Pattern with what?
A pattern of unfinished projects.
What would you, I know what you would like. Okay, other than the Datsun, what else is priority?
An S14 refresh.
Like a full?
Like a full refresh. Like a new library and everything. That's what I want the most. I don't care what's like under the hood as far as that goes. I just want it to look different.
She doesn't care what's under the hood.
Well, I don't know what any of it means. I just, like, I think for like social purposes, when you go to an event in that car, it just looks the same. So you need to update what's going on. So
And what
you
we
got to
need,
tell everybody that Trev's got something else going on.
what we need to do is get it working under the hood again.
Yeah.
I did a 112-hour fast.
How was it? Did you get to the feeling good part?
I was waiting for the feeling good part. I was talking to somebody else, and they mentioned that I was probably still like in like the detox phase of like where your body's like getting rid of the stuff, and that's probably why I didn't feel that great. But I guess like once you're kind of in that, like you get back to like good again, that's when you just
You like
you go to like a god mode and you just start
move
ripping.
over the peak or something.
Well, imagine, you know, if we were hunter-gatherers, okay? Jamie's gathering, I'm out hunting. I go out on a big 2-week hunt with the freaking tribe, right?
Okay.
Well, guess what? You probably don't eat every single day because you're out trying to kill something. You might have like snacks or beef jerky or something like that. But like if a human, like after 4 days, if you just roll over and die, we probably wouldn't have made it this far, you know? But also thinking about it from like, your body would probably get to a certain point where it said,
We need to eat.
we need to eat.
Yeah.
Here's you
A little boost of energy.
a little boost. So go out there and go get that thing. Here's you some energy. You're not gonna lay underneath a tree and just die. So like I was waiting for that. I didn't get there, but again, I think we were in the detox phase. Let's see. Go fast from fast to a steak. So I had a ribeye.
Yeah.
Well, I had bone broth
And an avocado.
and then after that night, freaking ribeye.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Really good thing. I did Mr. Bella Shizzle. I did a 96-hour food fast, but kept drinking fluids the whole time. I lost 12 pounds and felt great.
It's pretty good.
Email me.
Nice.
You email me. How much?
Don't forget.
No, because we will forget. It was pretty normal for humans to go days without eating back in the hunter-gathering days. Look at that. We just...
Oh, yeah.
Bonus entry code, please. Gotta sleep soon. Work at 3 a.m. in the morning. All right, so if we give you this bonus entry code, you guys gotta go sign up for the text message list. Should we do it? Because
Yeah,
that's for people on the text message list.
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes I feel like it doesn't send, or maybe not.
it's in the chat.
Nice.
It's in the chat. Enter that code after checkout, and you'll get 500 bonus entries. And that's for being on the text list. So you guys better go get on it.
Subscribe.
You better go get on the text list. Why do you wear those shoes?
Somebody talking shit on your New Balance?
My
The New Balance
No.
or the shop shoes?
the shop shoes.
They are kind of ugly.
What?
What?
You know the crazy thing is like I wear the shoes because they're Red Wing shoes. I feel like boots during the summer are kind of weird. I know those shoes don't look great. But I tell you what, they are comfortable. Like I've had those shoes for probably 3 years now.
For when you're walking on concrete all day.
And so they're real shoes. They're like leather. They have an actual sole. I have the arch support, and then it has a composite toe. So like if I'm up underneath a car and Eric decides to drop a transmission or something and it goes on my toe will still be there. Well, most shoes today are pretty much like socks.
Yeah, like fabric top.
Yeah, just like, okay, what's that gonna do in the shop? Something's gonna fall on your foot or whatever. Like I use my shoes and I could kick stuff with them because they have the composite toe. They have some girth to them. When they get a little, get primer on them and stuff, I just give them a nice coat of trim black, and they look brand new. They're ready to rip. When is the next giveaway? So we're planning a track pack to launch in May. So get ready. The VIPs know about it. We've talked about it in there. They got pictures. They have information. They're ready for it. We were going to launch it May 1st, and we've had too many things. This car took a little bit more time than we thought because it's a car, right?
I feel like it didn't take that long though.
I mean, yeah, but it's just
like it didn't seem to have as many surprises as other things.
yeah. I mean, it did go pretty straightforward. We just like
you weren't like, oh my goodness, it's doing this thing and I have to keep working on it.
yeah. What shoes? So I have some Red Wing shoes that have been filmed recently and somebody doesn't like them.
Yeah.
You know? Will you please build a 4-door EK hatch? That would be cool. We did the Sleeper Civic giveaway, which was a 4-door EK hatch. It's where you take the back of a hatchback and you put it on a 4-door. So like,
you're not safe.
no, it is. All of the structural integrity is the same as OEM, because you're literally like, imagine taking apart a puzzle that had 2 pieces, but then you take that another piece that's like a third piece and it locks into that other piece, and now you just have a little bit bigger puzzle piece. That's what it is, so it's fine. Go.
Okay.
You agree?
Sure.
Okay. Thumbs up. What else? What's good?
The steak fajitas.
What's good? Oh yeah, we had some steak fajitas via Jamie for dinner. An dinner giveaway for an Evo swapped Eclipse. Wow, we got a $50 super chat.
Who was that?
I think that was the Bella
The
Shizzle.
Shizzle is another
Mister.
date night. No.
Don't need you
Oh,
fasting
yeah.
too long. Take Jamie out to dinner. Have a good night and good luck, everyone. Well, I appreciate that, Mister.
We got another date
Bella
night
Shizzle.
on the Shizzle.
I think he gave us, I think the last live stream he gave us a date night.
He did.
He's like, hey, you guys need to go have dinner and have a good night. 3000 GT VR4 for the win. I do have a Stealth that I bought. The VIPs know. If you guys aren't in the VIP, I usually leak out some secrets. They know about Jamie's car. I posted a picture of it last night and today. What shoes? What's good? Was the build fun to do with challenges? Oh, yeah, I mean, I would say it was really nice to get back to like me touching a car a lot. So like with this car, you know, I did the intercooler piping, the exhaust stuff, like, you know, Eric pulled the engine in and out. Like there was a lot of.
It wasn't a truck.
And it wasn't a truck. You can't change OG though. I wanted to enter the giveaway, but wasn't too sure if I could get that car in Toronto. So we are open to Canada as well. Same paint scheme, different colors on the S14. She wants me to do. Man, I feel like I need to drink some water. That's a kombucha thing, and I feel like
Okay.
it's getting my. I don't know.
Dry.
Something.
A little dry.
Or like that. I don't know. I feel like they're spicy sometimes. Wanted to same paint. Maybe a wrap on the S14, paying homage to the original design.
Yeah.
And that's Jamie's suggestion.
Yeah.
When does the wife get her own drift car? So we have the car that's going to be for the track pack. I have some plans to take everybody to the track, give you guys the opportunity to go to the track, win the whole track setup, which is a truck trailer and a car that you could road course and drift. Again, that launches in May. VIPs will automatically be entered. Everybody else, you know, normal deal. But I want to go to the track. I want to have Jamie drive it. I want to have the guys at the shop drive it. I think it'd be kind of cool. And then when the winner comes out here to pick up the setup, teach them to drive it if they don't already know. So pretty cool. It's a pretty cool setup. How do I send you my contact info? I can't find the message tab. Just go to Instagram. I think you have to be following on the Instagram. And then that's probably the best way to get a hold of me. Run, the cops are there. Wow. Refeeding was more difficult than the actual fast. Doesn't work. Jamie got a compliment.
Nice.
Thank you. I know.
Okay.
I know. Red Wing Shoes, my hometown in Minnesota. Nice. Fasting made me want to finish putting my non-VVTi 2JZ GTE into my Mark.
Wow, that's some motivation there.
That? Matt Daniel says, hey, I appreciate the code big. I'm the big dog.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the big dog. What else? Speaking of primer, let's bring the primer shirt back. I want a new one. Maybe we'll do a primer drop.
I don't remember the primer shirt.
It had a paint gun and it had
That's
motion
like
auto.
That's an old shirt.
That's an OG shirt. I don't even know if mine is still in the closet because Jamie's been.
I don't know. It might be at Goodwill or something. I don't know. I haven't seen that one in a long time, but I don't think I sent that one to Goodwill. I've only ever sent like duplicates. If it's like an OG, I don't send it. But
I would be sad because some of that stuff is good.
yeah.
We've had some really good merch designs. Thank you for turning an iconic Supra and returning it to its former glory. That gen is slept on and rare in this age. Not many good examples are still around. A lot of them got parted out. Like tons of them just get parted out, and it's like, it's kind of sad. Thanks for the code. Good luck, everyone. Good night, Trev and Jamie. Buying it. Maybe we should do the carts loaded. Do you guys want to do some carts loaded? I know we haven't done it. You guys got a like in the chat. We got 75 viewers, and we only have 46 likes. So if you're in the chat, exit the chat, click the like button, come back to the live chat. We'll be here. 75 likes, and we'll do our carts loaded code. Right?
That was a long time. How about you just set a timer again?
Buy a package of chlorine dioxide tablets to kill the bacteria and odors in any car. Be sure to use a large cup in the center console. Chlorine dioxide. What?
Sounds dangerous.
Chlorine dioxide. Did he say tablets? Chlorine dioxide tablets for mouse smell. Eliminate odors instantly. Getting rid of dead mouse smell as fast as 1 day with Prime. Huh. Safrex chlorine dioxide tablets begin working immediately to eliminate any odors caused by pets, food, oils, and more. Easy to use. Just add tablets into water and activate chlorine dioxide gas. Let it set in a few hours, 24 to 48 hours, depending on the severity and source of smell. That would be amazing if we could get. Thank you. We're gonna have to do that. What's your opinion on the DSM Eclipse? I think they're really cool. I've never had a good one. Actually, I did have a good one. I had a 99 GSX, all black, had tan interior, low miles, and I sold it. I bought it to sell it. I made some money, and I moved on. Now I'm sad. Well, they're worth big money, but it was like black. You know,
Would
had
you
the
know
black.
it if you saw it?
It was just a clean black
Yeah.
Eclipse. It was
I
like.
feel like you see random things and you're like, that used to be mine. I just don't know how you know.
I've seen it. Well, sometimes there's a sticker, there's a scratch, there's a, you know, maybe I painted the bumper and it's a different color. You know, like who knows what it was. I'm serious. A 4-door EK hatch build would go wild. People want to see, watch it, show her a pic, and I want a live response. Okay, you're getting it.
4-door EK hatch build.
4-door EK hatch. Bode Vision did a really good video on it. I've watched it. So look at that. So normally it's only a 2-door.
Doesn't Eric have a hatch?
Yeah, but it's a 2-door.
I never noticed.
But like
exciting, huh?
the 4-door, you take
It
a
looks
sedan.
interesting.
You take a sedan and then
Yeah.
you take the trunk off of it and you put the hatch on it.
Well, let me look at Eric's now.
That's nice, huh? I'll take some projects off your hands and finish them. Come on out. Get to freaking work, Jarek. So wait, you're giving away that Supra. We're giving away this Supra right here. That fella. Maybe we should show it.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Okay.
2-door unit, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think? Live reaction.
So it just makes it longer?
Well, it gives you an extra door.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's Eric's 2-door. You take the 4-door, and you add a door.
Yeah. How's your throat doing? You need a drink of water?
You know,
Need some water?
I could use a drink of water. Look, there she is right there. The 4-door EK hatch. I'll have a drink of water. Why don't you continue?
No, yeah, it's fine. Build an. Are you there? At this super chat? Build an
No.
Audi one. Did you read that one yet?
Building an Audi 1.8T, please. B6 or B5 would be amazing.
Don't know. I don't know that.
It's a turbo Audi engine. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, here we went. Petting Jamie is hilarious. Do you like to be pet?
No.
No?
I don't know.
Would you?
Depends on the context, I guess.
She doesn't mind the pet if it's the right.
Sure.
If it's the right context. I was in the hospital in 2019. I was no food, no water for 6 weeks. I lost 180 pounds. To be fair, I started at 425 and 6'5". Does that count as fasting? That I would say that definitely counts as fasting. That's wild.
Yeah.
180 pounds. I wonder, like, how did you feel after that? Like, obviously you were in the hospital. I don't know if it was for that or whatever, but like that's crazy.
Well, they're doing good now. It seems like. So
yeah, I mean
good.
he's in the comments. That's good. That was in 2019, so I hope he's ripping. Fiero or MR2 build, short wheelbase, lightweight. Drift car or just a track car. So it's going to be drift or road course is kind of how we're going to set it up. Oh, are you guys ready for carts loaded?
I am.
We're going to do...
I'm ready for bed.
Oh. Oh, geez, look, my phone's getting ready to die. How do we navigate this?
So what do you need the phone for?
Well, you're right. Yeah, what do I need my phone
Well,
for?
I don't know what you need it for.
I mean,
Just tell them one of the codes.
Okay. I was gonna use the phone to start a timer, and I was gonna give him a minute.
Just do a code right now, because it's been how many minutes are we on? An hour.
All right. Which one you gonna start with?
Hold on,
How
let me
many?
make sure. Limit. Okay.
Oh wow. All right. So Jamie suggested I take a nice big drink of water. Okay. So the code on the website, if you guys don't know how carts loaded is you go to the website, you load your cart with stuff that you would normally purchase anyhow that you're willing to purchase, and we send a big fat discount out. So there's only 4 of these codes, so it's a pretty good code. The code is water. And if you input that code, it will give you a discount, but there is only 4 uses, which means that only 4 people are going to get the code. So the fastest to check out wins. That's a pretty good code. That's a reasonable code. And if, you know what, we're at 3%.
What have you been doing all day?
Well, I've been doing it. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and set a timer. Well, I mean, look at that. There's almost 2 hours left.
We could just go to 11.
Go to 11. Should we take it to 11?
There's only how many people in here?
64.
Everybody's going to bed. It's Wednesday night.
It is Wednesday night. All right. So we'll stream until 11 o'clock. So we have another 50 minutes. As of now, there's an hour and 50 minutes left of the giveaway. There's a countdown timer at the top of it. So if you guys haven't already, you go look at it. Also, Motion Auto Performance. If you go on there, year, make, model, you buy your wife some mud flaps or, some car covers, seat covers, an air filter. Mud flap. Remember when you drove the BMW down the street?
Oh, yeah.
I wish you had mud flaps on it.
Yeah.
Buy some mud flaps, buy an air filter, buy turbo, buy Deechworks injectors, buy a ton of stuff. There's Toyo tires on there. There's ECU Master ECUs. There's all kinds of really, really good stuff on there. The website's a little clunky. We're working on that. But maybe that's what we should put Jamie on next. Like, she doesn't have enough things to do. So you get automatic entries so performance parts. So if you buy, you go buy $500 worth of parts for your car that you would normally buy. Like, let's say you've been wanting to buy a set of coilovers. Well, if you buy them off Motion Auto Performance, you get entries for a chance to win Supra. Right?
Yeah.
It just makes sense. Would you do an S2000 giveaway? My brother really wants me to do an S2000 giveaway. Don't breathe it in though. Hello to both of you.
Yeah, don't breathe in that chloride dioxide crap.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Are the AC components stripped from the vehicle? So yes, we did remove the AC. A lot of the stuff, some of the stuff was there, some of it wasn't there, and we decided to remove it, clean up the engine bay, but we have it in a box and it will be provided to the owner if they would like to go through the process, put in there. It is Project Build Giveaway. So it's a project car that's built giveaway. So there's always room for add in things, and I really encourage people like when they get a car from us to like change it, do things, do other stuff like that.
Make it yours.
Turn up the boost, change the wheels, do whatever you want. Don't breathe it in. I hope I win. My dad had a 91 JSX brand new in 91 and melted the pistons racing, but got a free engine from the dealer. That's nice. Another IS300. I like an IS300. An IS300 wagon would be kind of cool.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Yeah, IS300 wagon. Kind of like a Supra 4-door wagon. There's so many cars that I want, and I think that's why I like the giveaways, is because normally when you build a car like this, I would never be able to build a car like this and then get my money back out of it. Like the money, the time, the effort, the everything. Maybe if it was like in my garage and I built it over the course of like 6 months, like really budget sort of deal, but like just to throw a pile of money at like a car, enjoy it for a little bit, and then be able to like get your money back and then do it again is like that. I like it. It works, right? And then you can make videos, entertain y'all, and then one of you guys could drive it home for maybe a t-shirt, a sticker, a hat, a hoodie.
That's
right? That's crazy. I did the same thing with my silver black interior 99 GSX. Mark III versus Mark IV Supra prices are stupid. Mark IIIs are just as sexy, if not better. I may be biased. I mean, the Mark III is a really, really cool car. And I definitely think it's slept on, and I think they're definitely going to appreciate in value. I think over the course of the next 10 years, like a Mark III Supra is going to make like a wave back. And it's going to be cool. And I feel like, as like a YouTuber or, even other, like watching other people like do stuff like on YouTube. I'm trying to think of an example, but I think like when LZ got like the rotary Datsun, I was like, I want something with a rotary in it, and then like you see somebody put like a K-swap in an FRS and they're out ripping it and like having a bunch of fun, and then you're like, I want that. And then like the next day I'm like looking on Marketplace for like a freaking FRS shell with no engine to swap a K-series in, and you just go down the rabbit holes. And I feel like I probably do that to you guys. Like you guys have probably never cared about a Mark III Supra, but in the last week you may have like got on Marketplace and been like, Mark III Supra.
Possibly.
It happens. You infect people with stuff, and then sometimes you artificially inflate the prices of things because people.
They're like, oh,
they're like, dang, I never knew a Mark III was so freaking cool. And then like all of a sudden now the ones that were on the market, they all sold, and then the only one that's available is the expensive one, and it gets sold, and then everything goes. Yeah. Right. I don't have an Instagram. Do you have a Facebook? I do. So we have a Motion on TV Facebook page too.
I think that's the same guy that was saying something about their contact info.
Yeah. Or email. You could.
But the info email is probably better.
Yeah, info@motionontv.com.
Facebook messages just go into a black hole sometimes.
Buy my Project SC300. I don't know anything about it. No more Hondas for the love of God. Wow.
No,
Do things we like. 2Js and diesel trucks. I like diesels and diesel. I like JZs, diesels, and Hondas. I like the Hondas. Just curious, is this the Supra model where you're able to make the hood off and take the hood off and have a convertible? I think he's talking about the roof off. It's not a Targa model, it's a hardtop, which is it's better. Would you do an S2000 giveaway? Yes.
Better.
The Targa, it depends.
This is better than the Targa. Is that what you're saying? The way you said that was weird.
From an enthusiast perspective, the hardtop is better because you have more chassis rigidity. From like a Sunday drive, take your sweetie out on a stroll through the, through town. You pop off the top. You just the wind in your hair. Maybe the Targa is your deal. What else do we got? Turn it up to 11. It's already midnight in Florida. Dang, we just bought 1 hour ago. I saved $18 on the water code.
I think there's still one more water code.
There's one water code out there, I believe. Go check it out.
Only 3 look like that.
Use the discount code WATER. That's the last remaining one. So everyone go like the live, please. Yeah, go like it. We're at 67 likes. So how many codes? We have 3 codes left, and we have 40 minutes left of the live stream. So how do we split that out? How do we divide that? What's 40 divided by 3?
It's like one every 12 minutes.
13.3 minutes.
Oh, I was close.
All right, so we'll just go ahead. We're just gonna set a timer
For every 10 minutes.
for every 10 minutes, and every 10 minutes we'll do for the next
Can't use this. God.
10 minutes. I bought my coilovers from your website in the past. Appreciate it. Illinois from the parts one. Nothing ships to Illinois. Oh yeah, so we don't have our tax stuff set up in Illinois, and so we can't ship to Illinois. So I apologize. Everyone go like the live. Got the discount. Can't use the discount. Really, AC? That's not a race car. I've been entering your giveaways since the one before the black slammed C10 Chevy. That thing was sick. I want to see you build a Lexus SC300. I have a shell for you. I just want $1,000. There's actually a shell locally on Marketplace I was looking at, but I was like, you know, I have a couple things, and it's like kind of almost too similar to my Mark 4 Supra that I'm like, well, I don't know if it makes sense to get that. I like the angles of the Mark II. So, is this the same guy that's been talking about the Mark II Supra?
I don't know.
Just get all of the Supras and put. I mean, that is they are kind of cool. That one looks cool. Other people totally in love with the Celica Supra Mark II. What do you think of that?
It looks like a Mustang.
Kind of looks like a Fox body with pop-ups and like a blend between like a 200X SX, like the US 200 SX with the hatchback.
Yeah, it looks like a Fox body with a long nose.
I like the fender flares, and if they all come factory like that. I'm looking at this unit right there. Look at that one. That's pretty cool. I don't know. Honestly, I've never really looked into Mark II Supras that much. I wish I was lucky because I haven't won any so far. I mean, we've had people that have been entering, that have entered all of the giveaways and they haven't won stuff. But then we have people that entered once and then they win, or I think Steven for the RSX, I think he had like 7 orders in the past. And then Wesley, he was a VIP, I think he had like 8 or 10 orders or something like that.
And then,
with like multiple orders.
Who won 2 cars? Not 2 from us, but who was that?
Oh, one of our winners.
Won a different giveaway.
Heath.
Heath Tucker.
Heath Tucker, he won the Tacoma from us, and then like a year later he won a car from Prime Driven.
Yeah.
But he was like strategic. He does
all the like mail in and
he
also purchases.
He has a spreadsheet with like all of the giveaways that he's entering, and then I think he like trends out like their entry multipliers and all of the other stuff. So he's like, oh, typically they do this on the first week and then they do this on the last, and I'll do this and I'll buy this.
Just random.
Yeah, mine are all random. The first week, I'll tell everybody right now, the very first week is the highest entry multiplier that we do of the giveaway. So if you want the best odds, first week in VIP, you can't mess with that. So that was Wesley, first week VIP, right? A70, A80, just because of the pop-up. The pop-ups are pretty sweet. S2000s are pretty expensive starting out though.
Pop-ups?
MR2s,
Miatas,
S13s, like 240 SXs. The Stealth or 3000 GT, they have pop-ups. The Eclipses, like the first gen Eclipse, the 1G Eclipses. There's a lot. S200 SXs. There's a lot of cars that have pop-ups. I have unfortunately been the demise of 3 Mark 3 Supras. Oh, hey, do you have any more parts? I need a couple parts. We need like the thing that the glove box bolts to on the bottom. Especially a manual one. If you list a power stroke for dirt cheap, Trevor will message you, and it's an easy way to get into contact with him.
That sounds like a trick.
That sounds
like a trick.
That sounds like a trick. Happy early Mother's Day to her.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day. Early. What's the car you regret giving away, selling the most? We actually talked about this on Facebook the other day. We did a little post on the Facebook group, or on just the Facebook page. I really liked, like, as far as like a normal everyday car, I would say my blue Saab wagon.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. As far as like cars that I've given away, I don't know, the RSP Supra was really cool. The R8 was really cool. I wish I would have held out on that one and kept it a little bit longer, because I only had it for a year, but it was like not running for 6 months, and then we drove it for a little bit, and you know.
The Midnight Purple S14.
Midnight Purple S14 was freaking sick. That was a good car. I don't know. I mean, there's been so many. I have regrets about all, but I'm like glad that I was able to own them, you know, because like if I own, you know, I wouldn't be able to keep them all. And a wise man's one once said that you can't own them all at once, but you could own them all once.
Oh wow. Huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Huh? So you could have them all, but you can't have them all at the same time. Which means that you just got to keep. And there are so many good cars in the world. Like, you know, and if you were to ask me like what my favorite car is, I would probably say like the next one. You know. Like, because it's like that's when you're the most like amped. You know, you're like something that's been sitting around for like.
You just bought a toy from the.
And you like
Walmart. You're a kid.
Can't get.
Yeah. Can't get home out of the package fast enough. Play with it.
Yeah. Next day.
Old news.
You know, but that drive home, you can't wait to freaking unbox that unit.
Yeah.
You know, I think like buying a new project car it's exciting, and there's some dopamine levels that are associated with it, and maybe that's why I have so many of them. What else? Check out my A70, guys. 2JZ, T56, 8.8 Ford Cobra rear end, ECU Master 6870 and 2200cc injectors, 1020 wheel horsepower. That's sick. What a ripper. I'm looking forward to the Compound 6.7 and the 6.0 content. Me too. I'm really excited about that. Gave it a like. Have a good one. Give it a like. Have a good one. Good luck. Another code. How many minutes do we have left? Oh, we have 2 minutes left. So if you guys want to do the cards loaded again, go to the website, get your stuff ready to go, and we'll drop another code. I would like a 1 UZ swapped Mark II Supra. That I have a 3 UZ. Mark II only weighs 2,800 pounds. They look awesome with louvers on the rear. Ever thought of doing a rotary build? I did think about it. I bought an FDRX7. It was kind of an expensive car that I didn't really have like a purpose for or like a reason to do, and I feel like I didn't know a ton about the rotaries to be able to like build one and do like a giveaway on something that like I would know that. I mean, I feel like the recipe is definitely out there, but it's just one of those things. We probably should have did a RX-7 giveaway, but with it, that was actually the plan. We were gonna build it. I wanted to like actually enjoy it for like a year and then do a giveaway with it. What did the guy buy that has 47,000 entries?
Car parts? No, they're not connected. I don't think there is anybody with 47,000 entries.
Well, I think there's a high, what is it? You know what it is? Well,
A bone,
no,
bundle?
there's a widget in the checkout that shows the leaderboard.
Yeah. I don't know. Go look.
We're gonna go look. I think you're in the wrong.
No, I'm not. Oh, I was just gonna go along the long way.
What is the long way? We'll see. Give us a minute. Jamie, entertain him. Tell him about carts loaded. It's getting ready to go. What's the next code? 26 seconds left for the
Carts
carts.
loaded. Let's see. How do you explain that? I'm halfway asleep right now. If you don't want to, what? If you don't want to buy it, then don't buy it. Because your code might not work.
He bought. So the guy who has all of the most entries right now, he did during 25 times entries, and it looks like just a bunch of digital downloads with the bonus entries that are attached to them. Right?
Maybe. It's confusing.
Yeah, so it's the race wallpaper with bonus entries.
Oh wow.
So the digital download, so he bought 5 of them, and he got, oh, and he's a VIP. He's doing it. He is doing it. Digital downloads with the bonus with the bonus codes. Let's see. Back to the live stream. Where are we at?
You're way off. It's not that far.
NSX has pop-ups. I got a 78 Bronco that needs a parking spot. Let's
We're gonna give
swap.
him the code. I think the timer went out.
Yeah. What's the code?
Explain it again. I didn't explain very good.
What?
Or do you think I need to explain?
Let's do this. How many are those in? All right, you guys ready? Carts loaded. The code is the discount code is Project Car. So it's a pretty good code. There's 3 of these codes, so I would hurry up because they're a pretty good one. And it's Project Car, all caps.
Don't go crazy though if you don't get the code. I think it tells you though. Maybe.
What got you into cars? Whew, I think as a young boy growing up in America, bicycles, monster trucks, dirt bikes, I don't know. I feel like that was it. Ever since anything with wheels when I was a kid, I was just like, I freaking like it.
Like the vacuum.
The vacuum. The lawnmower was sick. When it would snow here in Colorado, and like I would like see like tread, like aggressive tread of like a truck in like a parking lot. I was like, oh, that's sick. You know, I just thought it was cool. Monster trucks though. Big fan of the monster trucks, dirt bikes. I just ordered both of the BMW posters. There you go. You should build an NSRT so you can finally feel how torquey and fast they are. An SRT. Like an SRT4. I'll build one. Porsche K20 Turbo. Porsche K20 Turbo?
Sure. I know what that means. Did you reset the timer?
Jamie, what is a K20? What is a K20? What is a 2JZ?
Is there like a truck that has a K20 in it, or is that wrong?
There is a truck that is a K20, and then there's an engine that's a K20. What does the K20 come in? Or
A Chevy?
what one of
I don't know.
what one of my cars has a K series in it?
The Honda?
Which one?
Civic. The yellow Civic?
Yeah.
That has a K series in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're educating Jamie right now.
Well,
It's got
that one was too easy.
All right. What about you? If I say 6.7, you already know, right? What comes with a 6.7?
The truck.
Which one?
Your Power Stroke.
Which one?
Right?
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
What truck?
The one that you drive all the time.
That's a 6.0.
The 6.7. Which one's the 6.7?
I thought you knew me.
I don't know.
I thought you knew
It's
me.
late.
Ordered some more. I would love to win the Supra. I don't have the time to finish my Mark 3 Supra.
In
Sell
my
it to me.
defense, you switch all the time. So.
You're right. You're right. Do you still have the Evo Wagon? The Evo Wagon it's right there. That's the Evo Wagon. The white
Hasn't moved.
white car with the carbon
I
fiber
think
hood.
out of all the cars, that one's moved the least.
No, the Datsun.
Well, yeah, but you've never even touched the Datsun.
Well, I did when I was 16.
Yeah, that was about 30-some years ago. Or 15-some years ago.
Just
Sorry.
got a skate deck and a bundle tee and a VIP. Sick. D-Ton, he's gathering some entries.
Nice.
A bundle tee. So the bundle tee comes as bonus entries. You got the skate deck, which is higher order value, and then doubling all of his entries with the VIP. That's the move. I'm rank 12. James. Nice. I think he's the one with the 1,020 horsepower Supra.
Nice.
Viral Sweep app. Check it out. Might be too much for you. No way. What did you buy? Seriously, how many times has a non-VIP? About 50%. So I think we have about,
Half and half.
it's about half and half. Good question.
No.
Matt had a good question. I'm a non-VIP and I won, so Philip Rogers. I bought the Skyline box deal and I did the Super box deal on this one. You should throw a signature on the posters for me. I will. I'll do that.
Hopefully, if we can remember.
We need maybe we need to go add a note to it, or print the label right now and
Oh my goodness.
then we'll
Just write a manual note.
manual note. That
That's a
78
lot of
Bronco.
remembering to do.
That 78 Bronco would make a good monster truck. That he is very right. A Chevy. Bring the dang Datsun, bro. Remember the S13 with the 1JZ OG giveaway? That thing. So the S13 1JZ, that was gonna be our first giveaway. Then we did 2JZ S14. Tell me why I ordered, then ordered again because I don't think I put in an order.
I didn't think.
I didn't think I put in an order. Well, that's sick.
Can you sign my
Yeah,
board?
I'll sign.
Send some emails if you want something signed. Send an email.
Or in the future, like if anybody wants anything signed or any like special requests,
You can put an order note.
there's order notes.
So you put sign this.
Can you sign my board? How's the codes doing?
Oh, I think they all got used.
Did you guys like those codes? Those were good codes. That was the 75% off code. Was that 1JZ S13 Adam LZ or something? So,
My feet are cold.
oh, the heater. You poor thing.
But we actually, this is the first time we sat out here without the heater in a while. At night.
Yeah.
It's pretty warm. It's
Yep.
May. It's gonna be May.
I still rock the Hatch shirt from the giveaway.
Nice.
When you gonna link up with Ricer Miata? Golden content for real, for real. Yeah, I think he's talking about coming out and maybe doing something with Sunny, but then I might just be doing the engine bay in the Sunny and sending it back to him. We actually have an update video on YouTube going live tomorrow, and going live tomorrow on the channel.
Cool.
And it's gonna update. We're spilling the beans.
On what?
The Sunny. We're spilling the beans.
I don't know.
No,
what
we're
beans
just
it.
we're explaining what we're doing with it and the future of it. I still have my cut sleeve shirt you guys did a while back. Oh, the one, yeah, I think we were doing a live stream with Sean.
And you were cutting sleeves off?
Well, somebody wanted Sean to cut the sleeves off, so we did.
Cool.
Do you have any shirts that are 100%? So all of our shirts,
Everything is 100% cotton.
pretty much everything that we have is 100% cotton.
It's ring spun cotton. A few of the, all the shirts are cotton. The hoodies are a little bit like poly blend, but
Yeah, and then
mostly cotton. It's like a 60-40 blend.
well, on some of like the women's tees, like the cream ones, if those are a
if
different.
they're heather, they might be.
If they're heather, they have a
small
little,
amount.
but
But
yeah,
it's
we
mostly cotton.
believe in cotton.
Yeah, don't be wearing plastic on yourself.
I got the leather patch beanies a couple years ago, and I freaking love that thing. It's so warm during the winter. Yeah, the leather patch beanies, they hold up.
Except for the leather patch beanie is not cotton.
Not cotton.
Pretty sure.
Forgot about. Does buying aftermarket parts count as entries? Yes. So everything on Motion Auto Performance right now gives you automatic entries for a chance to win Supra as well. I only wear 100% cotton. There we go. Can we get some drifting content together soon?
Cotton is
Are you
the
talking?
best.
Are you talking about doing drifting content with me and the Ricer Miata? Ready? Can we get a white tee bundle?
White? What are you gonna
Just-
do in white?
Just plain white tees.
I know, but who wears
There-
it? I don't know.
There's a
People can make it through their days unscathed in a white shirt. Like, I just can't believe that.
well, some people don't work on cars. They're normal people. There's a song about a white tee. That's
well,
what.
I don't work on cars, and I probably couldn't make it through the day in a white shirt.
Well, we got kids,
Yeah.
and Jamie spills stuff too sometimes.
Sometimes I do.
She's been known to spill a thing or two.
Okay. What did I spill?
I don't know. Oh no!
We're
Oh
gone.
no! Are we still live?
No. We might still be there. Says that hour and 36.
All right. It showed that we
Shut
disappeared.
down. Showed that we shut down.
Let's see. Can we get some drifting content? Can we get a white tee bundle? What's up with the Turbo CRV project with Ruddy? I actually bought it back from him. I bought it back,
Yeah.
right? And then we used the turbo manifold and the injectors and the ECU on the Sleeper Civic giveaway for the VIPs that we did a couple months ago. But the engine in it smokes like terrible, so we need to like pull it out and rebuild it. Cotton is the best.
Yeah.
Do you still have the Eclipse? Yes. Next live, do it while drifting. That would be pretty cool. Samet has a really cool like live drifting setup.
How's your timer doing?
Wife is still asking for the videos of the BMW getting picked up. That we haven't been doing winners videos lately. We probably should though. Maybe we just need to do like a winner.
Just like add a little.
We should probably do it like where we add like a little snippet, like because the winter days videos are usually big because we film a lot. But I think if we could cut it down to like
add it into a video,
like
like a
a
regular video.
like a 5-minute segment, like almost close out the video and be like, hey, if you guys want to see the winner of the BMW.
Yeah, great idea.
Well, because we have the video with Sean when he came to pick up the 1JZ Chaser. And then we have
The truck.
Wesley.
Did you do the truck?
The truck we didn't do. We put a picture and said that he came and got
Yeah.
it. We sent an email and stuff, but we didn't.
Yeah, we've just been doing live winter calls, but you could. You have a backlog. That's not good. huh?
We have a backlog of winter videos. Not joking. If I win, I need to ditch the Bronco. I need to get a spot for the Supra. Well, you could
Have both.
just, or you could rent like a storage unit. You could ask your neighbor if you could park in their
How's
driveway.
your timer doing? Your phone die?
46 seconds left for the next carts loaded. So get your carts loaded. I know we got 84 people here. We have 2 different codes left. You ready?
I don't know.
You guys better get ready for this next code. It's a good one. I recommend, what do we recommend?
Mm.
I recommend digital downloads with bonus entries. What do I recommend? The code is, are you ready? We got a couple seconds left. Carts loaded, get them loaded. How come you haven't done any Chevelle giveaways? That's a good question.
That seems like too American muscle for you.
I don't know. Like I
Right?
think I'd look good in a Chevelle, right? The code is
Mess with that.
race car, all caps.
Race car is the same spelled forward and backwards.
Spicy code. The
Go.
code spelled backwards is race car.
I forget what that's called. A homonym? That has a specific name
Really?
for words that are spelled the same forwards and backwards.
Who here has been here the whole entire live stream? Make an OD green shirt with Motion Auto emblems. I'll buy it. I wear plain white tees 90% of the time.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
That it, you know, we might as well do a white tee bundle.
Yeah.
I got my
Just more
merch
shelf
delivered
space.
today. And I love the new prints.
They're pretty good. Prints.
They are good prints. Really
And
good
I
prints.
have to make sure.
Jamie is quality control there. She doesn't.
And then I have to have uncomfortable conversations if they're not. And I don't like that.
Conversations are tough, but they need to happen. I got my merch delivered today, and I love these new prints. Look at that. I'm just reading. Teach Jamie to drift. I will. Nice Supra. Thank you.
A little.
Yes. You're still alive. I did that to me earlier. I can't lie. You guys definitely sell quality tees. I have MA merch with hundreds of washes, and they're perfect. That is sick. We had a couple bad batches in the past.
There was a few. Sometimes shit happens.
Everything recent in the past, like 3 years, I'd say has been really, really solid.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck, everyone, and good night. Good night, Camaro Chris. Maybe you could change your name to Super Chris.
Palindrome, that's what it's called.
I'm going to pick up an 89 Super because I saw this video just in case. That's good. I just bought another one. What ECU would you recommend for a turbo Honda built OBD2? Any problem is that it's automatic cars built. I just don't know how to program it. I don't know. You'd probably have to do some like jumper harness thing. I'm curious about the battery on the camera.
What about it?
I'm wondering.
The codes are gone.
I'm wondering how it's doing. I hope you guys really enjoyed those codes. That was a spicy code. There was 2 of them, and it was 100% off. What'd you get?
2 digital downloads.
Can we get more prints on the kids' shirts too?
Yeah, that's some good feedback.
My kids get jealous.
They want like the real, like the cars. There's like toddler, and then there's kid. I think and I think we're missing kid specific. So like kid, like a 10-year-old.
10-year-old.
Yeah.
That wants a Supra on his
we've got
T-shirt.
Toddler. We need like 10-year-old.
You're right.
Yeah.
We'll do it. We'll get it done. Next giveaway, kid merch, because of you,
Got it.
right there. Eldo Red. It's all your fault. I got $50 digital download, 100% off.
Nice.
Hell yeah. What's up with the Lambo Killer Civic? We just fired it up yesterday, and it's going to be in tomorrow's video on YouTube. Also, did I reset the timer? I'm going to reset the timer.
And then we're going to bed.
And then my phone is going to die.
And then we're going to bed.
So we're going to go ahead and live stream for another 15 minutes. What do you guys want to do? My daughter is always hating on my shirts. Who bumped me in rank 13 now? Woo.
Crazy that you can see rank.
The rank. I put the rank on there. That way
Yeah.
people could compete.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah. It's good. 4-year-old loves my merch. Toddler
Love you.
onesie. Oh, with
Toddler, yeah. Like
onesies.
a fresh build one.
Yeah.
I think Cletus did a fresh build one. Like
New unit.
some new unit or something like that. You guys want to look at the Supra? How about that?
Yeah.
And you know what else we could do is we could, 14%. Well, you know, it's actually good.
We only got 14 minutes left, really.
Yeah, we only got 14 minutes, so
So if we disappear,
a percent a minute.
Nice.
We'll plug it in before we go there. All right, welcome, Jamie. Supra is right here. Check it out. That's it. That's the car. We'll start it here in a minute. I think that's what we'll do. We'll start it. We'll give it a couple revs, okay? And then we'll get a bunch of exhaust smoke in the shop.
No.
And then we'll go inside. Go to bed.
Yeah.
Or I could stay out here and go to bed.
Yeah.
No, we won't do that. I don't want to do that. Right here you can see we have some boxes that need to go out. But here is the merch. That's the shipping computer right there. We have a hat press that we do some stuff. We have a heat press. We don't really do any heat press stuff anymore. Here's some merch that is getting shipped out tomorrow. If you notice, that's not a truckload. Sometimes you see like other YouTubers or giveaway people and they're like headed to the post office and they have like this whole row of like a freight train of boxes. So like, again, we try to keep this one a little bit smaller, a little bit more enthusiast based. If we don't spend a bunch of money on Facebook ads, the margins are okay, which means we don't have to sell as much stuff to get back to whole on here and be able to do it again in the future. So again, I really appreciate everybody who's got entered so far. And it's a lot stressful because you know, if we don't want to bury Jamie in orders, I want to be able to come home and have dinner and hang out and do the things and not be out here shipping until, I mean,
not the only
I wouldn't mind
I
being
have-
out here.
I have some help shipping. But
Yeah, no, we have some help. So, again, we got orders going out right there. Here's some packing supplies. Right there is all of the merch. We have hoodies and shirts in the back wall. We have our detailing products. We have all of our kind of normal accessories right here. We have some of the tools that are getting ready to go out in the tools and orders thing. We have our VIP jet tags, which if you join the VIP program, you get a free jet tag. And we have coffee. We have hot sauce. We have some pink hoodies over there still. We have some like OD green hoodies. We have a bunch of stuff over there. We have the Datsun. We have the kids' four-wheeler.
they wanted those things to start today, so.
What?
The four-wheelers.
Really?
They're pushing them. They're trying to push them.
Well, I think we gotta.
They're sticking the key in it.
Well, so I have two Polaris like 330 Trail Bosses over there, and then we have a little 90cc Viper, and then we have a little 50cc Suzuki, and every single one of them needs the carburetor cleaned on them. So Sean is really good at cleaning carbs on like motorcycles, dirt bikes, all the other stuff. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just load up the trailer one day, bring all of the stuff to the shop, and we'll just have a carb cleaning day. Honestly, that's what we should do, because we might as well get them up and ripping. So we have my Supra over here.
You're over here telling me that my table is taking up space and you've got four-wheelers that don't even run.
Yeah. Okay, well, I cleared out this row for you. See this?
Yeah.
This is Jamie's row, okay, for the merch. So that's not bad. That's a decent amount of the shop. So we got the Evo wagon hanging out right here with the blown up engine. Supra, which we took to a car meet the other day, which is really cool. Which, look at it, it's actually clean.
Yeah, it got
That thing is kind of cool. The
got-
kids
it
helped.
got washed and looked at.
It washed and looked at, and the kids helped me wash it, and you helped me wash it,
Mm-hmm.
even though I was rushing her because it was in the sun. But this thing is super sweet. Obviously, you guys have been watching the videos, and hopefully you know. But I'm pretty proud of the exhaust that we did on it. That turned out really good. The 3.5-inch downpipe. It just sounds like a Supra, and that is what I love about it. Like my Mark IV. It sounds so good. I love the way that car sounds, but this thing sounds really, really good. The 1J non-VVTi, I think, is one of the best sounding JZs. I think it just has, it's something with like the bore and the stroke and the RPM, and like it just has just this raspy rawness to it that just is freaking cool. It sounds super sick. I loved driving it. We did put the speed sensor back in the turbo. We got the electronic boost controller on it. It's just freaking ready to rip. Coolant reservoir. I'm really happy with how all that stuff turned out. But yeah, she drove home today just fine, and we still have a couple things that we need to button up in the interior, which that is what we're going to be doing this week, and it's going to be all dialed in before the winter comes pick it up or we ship it out, and we should know the winter within 5 to 7 business days, somewhere in there. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit of the spiel. Do you guys want to see what other comments do we got?
I don't know where we were at.
Yeah, I don't know either. So yeah, the poor Datsun just hanging out. If you guys order merch, it gets shipped from right here at the house. I touch it sometimes. Jamie touches it a lot of times. We have some help that comes over and helps us do some other things, which is really cool to alleviate some stress off Jamie, because now she can manage the website and do all of the other stuff. And the interesting thing is, like, you know, normally in the past, like, I haven't ran a lot of stuff with like the email or the, you know, Ty was doing a lot of that stuff with Facebook ads. This time I was kind of using it as like a learning experience. So I wasn't spending a bunch of money in there. I was just like, okay, we'll do this and we'll try this and we'll test this thing at like a low budget and see how it reacts. And so yeah, I've been running the Facebook ads this time. So, and the text messages. If you guys have got a text message, Trev's sending it out. So that's it. Should we fire it up? How many minutes do we got left?
I don't know.
We got the Trev watch. Also, you can
9
tell
minutes.
I'm balling.
Yeah, that's
Look-
a pretty fancy watch.
Look at
right
that.
there.
Look at that freaking Casio right there.
Walmart special.
Yeah, it is. I think it's 2 years old too. Jeez, freaking
Really?
nice unit.
That's it? 2 years?
I think I had to do a new one.
What if
What
they
else do we got?
stop making that one?
I should have bought 5.
Yeah?
I think this is like one of them watches where, but it's like such a classic thing.
It's
They've
like
been
on the verge of,
they've been
I don't know.
I have another one that I took off, like my 5-year-old one is still in the drawer, and it's still timed, and it's still just ticking away.
Do you think people look at your watch?
Do you guys look at my watch? Sometimes I'll talk about it in videos. I'm like, I had an Apple Watch for a little bit, but like this just works, you know? And then some people are like, why do you have a watch when you need a phone? If you're working on a car and like you're freaking dirty and you got to be home for dinner, you gotta know how late you are.
Yeah, pretty frequently.
You just gotta know how late you are.
What's the biz upset we're talking about watches?
Why?
He said, we're really talking about watches right now?
What else are we supposed to do in the 3-hour long?
I've had a Walmart Casio for 4 years. Alarm goes off every day at 5:40 p.m. in my dresser.
See, look at this. Like,
Yeah, that's a Casio.
yeah, freaking Casio thing. All right, what else should we do?
I wonder how inflation has hit those things.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna
Start it.
start this thing.
So what am I?
You
am I
could either
supposed to
hold
just
this thing.
How about you
or-
just put it on the tripod again?
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Well, I'm not that steady with the camera.
Okay. Do you guys want to hear this unit?
I'm.
And then we'll do the final code. We got 6% battery left. We're gonna be live streaming for about another 5 minutes. We have 1 minute for the
I'm gonna go
cartridge
stand
loaded.
somewhere else.
Why?
Because I'm right in front of it.
Well, maybe you could stand behind the camera and you could man
Okay.
the live stream. How about that? We need the code. We need the code. Yeah, we gotta have the code. I think we have 1 minute. Has he spoken on or shown the interior? We showed a little bit of the interior in the video. There's a couple things. All right, code. Lawnmower, because Jamie mowed the lawn earlier. Lawnmower, all caps, is
15 uses.
there's 15 uses, and it's 25% off. So normally we like to close out the live stream with a lot more codes, so that way the people who have been waiting around, they didn't get the 100%, the 50 or the 75, still get a nice 25% discount, and we should be good. We could probably show them the interior too.
Go ahead.
Right? I'm just gonna try to pick up this thing. We'll move this fella over here. Get a little closer. We're gonna go fire up the unit. Jamie, maybe you could, can you hold the computer? And we have 3% left. One of y'all was asking about the interior. Look at Jamie. She's holding you guys. So here in the interior, I brought a fire extinguisher.
What?
I brought a fire. Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
What'd I do?
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's that. It's that. All right, we're back. I brought a fire extinguisher. We brought the laptop. We're waiting to put the glove box in right here today. We did the shift boot. We're waiting on a little collar thing. We have the can gauge, which is working right here. It's pretty cool. It shows you like air fuel ratio, boost, all the other stuff like that. We put in a double din. We got a couple other things over there. So she's not 100% back together. She's gonna be close. So I got the wiper blades on it. The windshield is coming for it. Hopefully this next week. But how freaking good does this thing sound? Also, we're at 2% battery on the camera. So she sounds so good, right?
Yeah, the neighbors probably like that.
You can't hear it in here.
No, you're full of it. Yes, you can. You have like a bug on the top of your hat.
Okay, hold on. I gotta put the camera down. What should we tell him? I feel like we can't say goodbye just yet. Hold on. We're at 1%. We might lose y'all. Hold on. If we do, I might just switch
We
to.
did at 11.
Well, we gotta say goodbye.
Yeah.
We gotta do the final spiel. If you want, you could go inside and.
Can't leave them hanging.
Hold on, I'm gonna plug this unit in. I'm gonna try and hurry. So if I leave for a second, I'll be right back. All right. The nick of time. I plugged her in. Camera is plugged in. All right, what are the open a bay?
They're worried about carbon monoxide.
Oh, it's on E85. You can't really.
What?
It's not bad, right?
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
But we can open the garage a little
Yeah,
bit.
we'll open it a little bit. Just for your concerns, you know.
Oh, you're going all the way.
What?
Yep. I think it's time for those kids to go to bed.
All right.
You could see the TV on.
What are they doing? Watching TV. So,
Yeah.
all right, boys. I think that's it. I think
That's
we're
it.
gonna go ahead and shut her down in just a moment. But again, there's 1 hour left as of this live stream. There's a countdown timer on the top of it.
Nice.
If you guys decide to have any last minute entries, we're planning on doing a video every day in May.
What?
The month of maybes.
Okay, I'm leaving.
See you later. No, but I have a whole list. I threw my brain into ChatGPT of like content and ideas and videos and simple videos and
Trev's on fire now.
trying to get her done. No, I want to get the algorithm. I want to try to jumpstart the Motion Auto algorithm. And if it doesn't work, and if we don't start getting like more views, which it's just crazy that like it's just frustrating, you know, putting so much time and effort and energy into videos and just not and wanting to do it as like the full-time main focus and not being able to do it when there's other people doing the same exact thing in a very similar format to, you know, and it's like it's working for them, but like it's just weird. It's a weird deal. So we're thinking about doing a Motion Auto 2.0 channel.
Nice.
Right? Motion Auto 2.0. Because it's the same thing. Motion Auto TV will still be here. We still do some stuff on it, but like Motion Auto 2.0, maybe we come out of the gate with like the Datsun 510. And if you guys want to see me build the Datsun 510, Motion Auto 2.0, first video,
Yeah.
ripping that thing apart.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that.
You like it?
Sure.
You like the thing? I don't know if we'd start with the Datsun, but we'd start with something cool. Jamie's pissed. She's like,
Oh, okay.
she's
yeah.
like, she's like,
Whatever.
she's like, why are you not building the Datsun? So,
Good night, everybody.
everybody say bye to Jamie. She's gonna go back inside. Are you gonna go around or are you gonna go through the? Do you need a flashlight? No. Okay. Okay. So, what else? A video every day. So stay tuned to the Motion Auto TV YouTube channel. Social media is brutal. It's not you. Maybe another JDM Legend build with lots of vids. Yeah, that's the plan. So the car is on somebody said, is it only on E85? It is on, it's on flex fuel. So pump gas or E85, and it's on E85 right now. So basically, like when you're burning ethanol, if you start the car in the garage, it doesn't stink as bad as if it's on like pump fuel or something like that. And it doesn't really, I don't know, just like alcohol mostly. So maybe make a giveaway. Well, instead of giving away a car, you finish the person's project car. We literally did that. That was the VIP giveaway. I think it was number 3, where we had the sleeper Civic. And so like what we said was we have, essentially the sleeper Civic was worth $5,000. We had a $5,000 cash option or a $5,000 build on somebody's car, and it was a VIP giveaway that we did a couple months ago. And the winner, they chose the sleeper Civic. So it was an option. We could do it though. I tuned it. There's videos of it of it on the dyno. We made 527. Still makes CO. It does still make carbon monoxide. So maybe make any update on the Sunny. There's gonna be an update video tomorrow on the Sunny, and I'd say that's it. Got to give Cleet a run for his money in May. All right, guys. Well, we have some things we need to do to the website. Get it ready to like turn off at midnight. So again, there's about 55 minutes countdown timer at the top of the website. Really appreciate every one of you guys for sticking with me, hanging out with us for the live stream. It seems like we've pretty much had 80 to 90 people here the whole time. So thank you guys for spending your Wednesday night with me. Again, thank you guys for the support and on the giveaway. And I'm stoked. I think it's gonna be cool. I think whoever wins this car is gonna be really, really, really stoked. So grab some last minute entries if you want to. Check out some of the videos if you guys haven't seen it, or go back through the playlist on YouTube. But I appreciate you guys watching this thing.